What's going on, YouTube? This is gonna be my first try at this. I'm not very good at it. This is my first ever YouTube video I'm shooting on my own. So if it sucks, I apologize. I'm filming this on an Android phone. Um, yeah. Basically, I'm just here to do some NFL and Eagles content. Uh, yeah, that's gonna be the extent of this channel. Maybe do some personal stuff in the future. I don't know. I'm probably only gonna upload once or twice a week, maybe once a month. Um, But just, yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. First thing I want to talk about is, I'm sure everybody knows by now, can't see my one eye. Cam Newton going to the Patriots on a 1-year, $7.5 million deal. I saw it coming like 3 months ago. I'm not surprised at all. Yeah. I mean, realistically, it kind of makes sense. Is he going to start? Is he going to mentor Jarrett Stidham? Who knows, to be honest. It's going to be interesting to see how New England decides to use him. Personally, I think the only reason he got $7.5 million is because it's Cam Newton. I don't know how far along his recovery is with his foot. So, realistically, I think he's just going to be a backup. And the Patriots just overpaid for him. And they're probably just going to draft a quarterback next year anyway, so, I mean, you got Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, a couple other guys I'm sure that are going to be coming in, so, yeah, there's that. Second thing I saw, this is the Eagles news, on Instagram, one of the Eagles pages, I can't remember if I knew it, I'd give it a shout out, one reporter was talking about how Miles Sanders could be a candidate for a breakout candidate for fantasy, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, the dude is just a monster. I love him. He's the best back we've had since Shady McCoy, and it's very evident. I mean, you see their style of play; they're very similar. Just how mobile they are, and just how versatile they are. They're both phenomenal backs. They've both done phenomenal things. And maybe I'll do a video on if Shady should come back to Philly or something like that later on. If whoever's seeing this is interested, just let me know. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, so it's not gonna be a very good video by any means. But yeah, I'd expect Miles Sanders to rush for 1,000 yards this year and get about 750-ish yards receiving. Keep in mind that Carson Wentz now has a lot more receivers to work with, a lot better, younger, faster guys to work with. So Sanders might not be the most elusive receiving back in the league. But as far as the ground game, the running game goes, perfect. He's going to have a phenomenal year. He's going to be in MVP talks. Guarantee you he's going to be a Pro Bowl back. What else can I say about the guy? I mean, he's awesome. I love his work ethic. He's been working out with Saquon Barkley, who's, in my opinion, probably the best back in the league, if not the second best, behind Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. I mean, Carson Wentz is going to be in MVP talks, too. There's no doubt about it. Dude's going to throw for at least 30 touchdowns and less than 5 interceptions. Somewhere around 4,500 to, let's say, 4,900 yards. And pretty much, Jalen Reagor, I don't think he's going to get to 1,000 yards. He'll get to about 650 to 700. I think he's going to be a Tyreek Hill type player. And they're probably going to use him as like a punt returner, more like, because like Tyreek Hill didn't really get that much recognition when he came in the league. And he was just a kick and punt returner, special teams guy, and he blew up. He lit the league on fire. He was phenomenal his rookie season. That's where he got all the attention. And then, obviously, as his career progressed, he became the number one target on the Chiefs. So, besides Travis Kelce, but that's besides the point. I think that's how Reagor's career is going to play out. And realistically, that's Um, excuse me, it's my dog scratching at the door. I think personally that's Rager and Hill were very similar. I remember right before the draft, I was looking at Rager's highlights. I wasn't too sold on him just yet because I didn't know much about him. But I looked him up. I'm like, he's going to be pretty fast, and he's going to be a very dominant player in this league. I can tell he's going to be a great deep threat. I wanted Justin Jefferson personally because LSU's like my college team. I follow college sometimes. Yeah, and I'm just most familiar with Jefferson. He's a very explosive guy. He's going to do great things for the Vikings. Great replacement for Stephon Diggs. Got nothing but love for Justin Jefferson. I was upset at first that we took Rager over him, but then thinking about it, actually does kind of make sense because he can come in, he can learn. Doug Peterson said this before. He's going to learn off Deshaun Jackson, which is a great person to learn off of if you're a speedster. And yeah, I mean, there's no better guys to learn off of. You know, Tyreek Hill, Deshaun Jackson. I guess you could throw John Ross in there, even though he's kind of a bust in my opinion. But you know, so there's a lot of guys that these young speedsters coming in the league can go to for guidance and for advice when they're entering the NFL. So that's just, and to be a teammate with one of them is phenomenal. So Rager's gonna be great. Another guy I don't think that gets enough recognition is John Hightower. I think he's everything Alshon Jeffrey could have been the last couple years. I mean, if Alshon had stayed healthy and was a little bit faster, that's what John Hightower is. I mean, he's just big, he's tall, he's got the footwork, he's got the speed, he can do kick returns, he can do just about anything. And I know this isn't a very good, I'm not talking very well, I'm not using the right lingo, but it's my channel, so I'll do it my way, I guess. Not everybody's gonna agree with you. What is that? I get distracted very easily. John Hightower, yeah. A lot of people don't see him making the squad for some reason. I don't think that's the case. He's gonna be a pretty good player for us. I think he's gonna, once Alshon's gone, which hopefully will be in the next year or so, because I think his time in Philly, his days are numbered. Hightower's gonna be a great fit in this offense. Another guy we got in the draft, 6th round, is Quez Watkins, who I'm sure you've all heard of. Very fast. I think he ran like a 4.27 or something like that. In his 40. Impressive. It's tough to say how we're going to use those guys this year, but I think next year we can both see them in the starting receiver position. Another thing I wanted to talk about was what's going on with the Eagles' right guard situation. Obviously, Brandon Brooks, terrible what happened. He tore his Achilles. He was working out, done for the year. Well, yeah, done. Not even gonna play this year. Excuse me. People are talking about Matt Pryor being a possible replacement, but realistically, I'm not saying that Matt Pryor's terrible, but I haven't seen enough of him to know. Like, obviously in preseason, I think we're gonna find out who's gonna be that guy. That's if we don't get Larry Warford or trade for Joe Thuney, which is topics for another video. Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing Jack Driscoll too, that we got in the 4th round of the draft. I think people are talking about he can come in and play guard too. I'm not so sure about that. I want to see if Prince Tagawanago can play guard, because that would be amazing. He's very big. He seems to be very versatile from what I've heard. I honestly like him a little bit more than Jack Driscoll, but that's just my personal opinion. And yeah, that's basically what's the extent of that is. And then of course there's some more uncertainty at the receiver position. Is Greg Ward gonna come in and be a starter? Is J.J. Arcega-Whiteside gonna have a breakout year and finally, prove that he was worth a 2nd round pick, prove he was worth taking over DK Metcalf, which I still cannot get over, the fact that we got J.J. Arcega instead of DK, but enough with the ranting, I guess. let's see. So there's that. Sidney Jones, I'm expecting big things out of him this year. He's been working out with the very good defensive back trainer. I can't remember the guy's name. I know a lot of great defensive backs have been working with him. He really showed up when we needed him the most at the end of last season, especially in that game against Dallas, where I think it was against Michael Gallup. He was covering, and it was an income. You basically just shut him down, which was that. Basically, that was a play that sealed the game for us, Week 16. Um, yeah, Dallas fans are probably still crying about that because they cry about everything. But yeah, I like to rant about Dallas too, so you'll probably hear me talk about that at some point. Um, yeah, Darius Slay, obviously, I'll do a whole nother video on the defense too, eventually. So before training camp, I'll try to get a video out about the defensive side. This is just a test video, just some things that are on my mind right now. Just so I can get some feedback on what I need to do better, what I shouldn't say, what I should say. I mean, I'll talk about whatever I want, what I could do, what I should not do. So yeah, if there's any other sports YouTubers out there that might see this video and want to give me some advice, I would greatly appreciate that. And yeah, I guess like the video, dislike it. If you really hate me that much, from what you see of me, comment. You're more than welcome to. This is just kind of something I want to do on the side, just kind of get my feedback out there. I think it's good to. That's the beauty of social media, is you can always give feedback to somebody. And you can always, pick apart other people's opinions and kind of agree or disagree. So that's why I love platforms like this. So, yeah. With that being said, yeah. Have a good day, have a good evening. I gotta figure out an intro and outro and stuff like that, but baby steps, baby steps. I'm a rookie at this. I have no clue. The basic fundamentals, I mean, I see these guys doing it all the time, my boy Philly 500, Lord Brunson, EDP, they got their intros and everything, and their outros and stuff, so, I gotta come up with one of those. Maybe somebody can help me out with that. If I'll try to generate something. And yeah, just let me know what you think of the video. So, thanks for taking the time to watch, and any feedback you want to give me, feel free to drop in the comments. Peace.